what it is creativity and innovation. Learn 7 practical lessons in this video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when a new video of this topic comes out. I'm Alina and I help people to unleash and maintain their own natural creativity. I do that by mixing improv techniques and my own experience as a marketing specialist for more than 7 years. And last week, I celebrated 1 year as an official online coach and 200 hours of coaching. I decided to share my lessons that I have learned in the past year about creativity and innovation that might help you in your creative path. Before I share my lessons, what is creativity and innovation officially? According to Britannica, creativity is the ability to make or otherwise bring into existence something new, a solution to a problem, a method or device, or an artistic object or form. Innovation is the creation of a new way of doing something concrete, like a new product, or abstract, like a new philosophy or theoretical approach to a problem. So according to this information, creativity is rather a skill, an ability, but innovation is the process of making that skill work. With these definitions in mind, here are my 7 practical lessons. Lesson number 1, creativity truly is a skill you can train. The best example for that was one client who was a manager of a franchise. She came to my course saying that she considers herself to be the logical personality. And at first, the classes were quite a challenge for her. She paused a lot, she became quite frozen and visibly stressed when she had to express her ideas really spontaneously, really quickly, as improv exercises often ask you to do. And I could see that she really put effort into this. She practiced the exercises with her son, with her family. In week 5, you could see the first changes. When the program ended, I got an email from her. She could finally create a roadmap of her franchise with joy, with no pain. I was so happy for her, and I'm not telling that to you to brag or whatever. I'm telling that to really show you that it's possible if you do the work, if you try. Now, if you want to try the most basic exercise of improv, take a look at this video afterwards. Lesson number 2, innovation starts when you stop being your own enemy. If innovation is the process of using your creativity as a skill, then the process most often doesn't even start because we block our own creativity. Oftentimes, the best ideas are in our heads, but we do not trust ourselves to say them out loud. And if we don't trust ourselves to say them out loud, the process doesn't even start. Lesson number 3, innovation will become so much easier when you build healthy relationships with mistakes. In the first class, usually I teach my students the concept of celebrating the mistakes. It's an improv concept, really popular one. So basically it goes like this. When somebody makes a mistake, the person who made a mistake and all the rest of us, we celebrate it. We raise our hands, applaud, scream like that person just won a lottery. And the person who made a mistake screams, "I made a mistake, yay!" And in any class, there will be one person who will say, "Oh, okay, I will try that and work." And I understand where does it come from. I understand the irony. If company loses, for example, 10K, you will not scream with your hands in the air like, "Yay, we made a mistake, the company is losing money." No, it's not the case. But the meaning of celebrating the mistakes is really simple. This is just simply a principle that you are unlearning from your past behavior. If a mistake happens, usually people tend to feel bad or sad or guilty or unworthy, or in the worst case scenarios, they will stop the innovation because they think those creative geniuses, they don't make mistakes. So yeah, I'm not worth it. let's drop that project. You have to learn that mistakes, that's information. And what you have to do with that information, you have to observe that. You have to stop the feeling guilty part and start thinking what you can do to improve so that you would not make the same mistake again. For other healthy habits and healthy thought patterns of creative people, see this video. Now, I want to hear from you. Is it easy for you to celebrate your mistakes? Let me know in the comments. Lesson number 4, creativity and innovation. It means feeling uncomfortable and still being comfortable with that. Our brain loves usual ways of thinking. It saves energy, it saves time. You can do that by not thinking very much, and it's engraved in your brain. Anytime you do something, your brain just creates a path. And anytime you repeat something, the path becomes wider and bigger and stronger. So if you have lived your life in a certain way, then any new pathways, especially if you're not used to creating new pathways a lot, any new pathway you make in your brain is creating a new road. And as any road work, it's messy, it's chaotic, it usually breaks your usual habits. If people don't take that seriously, if people don't know that, they tend to not like the training, or they tend to not like the innovation, or they tend to think of themselves as the people who are just not meant to be innovators. If you are able to train yourself to feel more at ease with uncertainty, you are one step ahead on becoming a great innovator, and you are helping your innovation process immensely. Lesson number 5, creativity and innovation are built on confidence to make quick decisions. No matter if you are an artist or a bookkeeper, there will be a time when you need to make a quick decision. You had an idea, you started to work on that, and then suddenly something changed, something happened, and you had to act quickly. So if you're training the skill before that thing happens, you at first will feel more confident when that happens, and second, you will be able to make better decisions because your confidence will bring better ideas in the moment. So if you're starting to train that confidence now, you will thank yourself so much later. Lesson number 6, creativity and innovation is collaboration. Yes, sure, you can work on your own, and for many creative stages that is even necessary. However, collaboration allows you to gain feedback so much faster, and it also allows you to gain more new, fresh ideas, some ideas that you could never think of, and therefore you help your innovation process, the result of your own creativity, to become deeper, better, and more game-changing. Lesson number 7, innovation starts with yes-anding. That's another popular principle of improv that you may heard of. Usually people think that yes-anding, it means like saying yes to everything like a crazy person. And at the beginning of classes, it might seem so, because again, we are unlearning our previous patterns of thinking. Those patterns that may block other people's ideas and also our own ideas, only for our own safety, for our own feeling of power or other reasons. When you have learned that first step to say yes and enthusiastically and to build on other people's ideas, then you can go a bit deeper into that principle, and you can use yes and simply to observe what is and to accept what is in your innovation process. It means you take a look of what exists in the world and think what could be the next logical step for you, for your industry, for your business, and then you become an innovator that people call brilliant, because at first you saw what exists, second you saw what would be the next step, and then you had the courage to do that, to bring that to life. So these are my 7 lessons. Did they help? Write me in the comments. And also, if you are considering some one-on-one coaching or you want to try the group classes, make sure to subscribe to my email list. I will send information when a new booking times come up. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when a new similar video comes out every week. Have a creative week and see you on the next video.